Hello everyone. Once again, I am back with the subject political science. So, today we will study about the forms of power sharing. So far, we have studied about the case studies about Belgium and Sri Lanka, and also we have studied about what is power sharing, and also we have studied about why power sharing is desirable. So today we will mainly focus on the forms of power sharing. So without wasting much time, we will look at the first point here: changing notions regarding power sharing over a period of time with the emergence of democracy. So, in the earlier days, it was believed that the power was given to only one person. But with the emergence of democracy, the people have changed their notions and their thinking, and they have adopted the democracy. So in democracy we don't find that kind of thing. Okay, that means in democracy the power is shared with others as well. So one basic principle of democracy is that people are the source of all political power. Okay, this is the basic principle of democracy, that people are the source of all political power. In democracy, people rule themselves through institutions of self government. In a good democratic government, due respect is given to diverse groups and views that exist in a society. That means in democratic government, in a democratic country, everyone is given equal importance. Everyone is respected, whether a particular person belongs to any religion, any caste, any language, it doesn't matter. But in democratic country, everyone is respected and given equal responsibilities and equal duties and equal rights. So these are the things we have to keep in mind when we talk about the power sharing in a democratic country. So today we will learn some of the common arrangements of power sharing. So here we have the first point, that power sharing among different organs of governments. That means there are three organs of governments, namely legislature, executive and judiciary. So the power is shared among these organs of government. That means legislature has different responsibility, executive has different responsibility, and the judiciary also has different responsibility, and we can name it as the horizontal distribution of power. So it is also a system of checks and balances. Okay, that's why we can say that system of checks and balances are developed during this period of time and with the emergence of democracy. The second common arrangements of power sharing we have is power sharing among different levels of government. We can term it as vertical distribution of power. So we have the levels of government. That means central government we have, state government we have, and also we have the local government. That means the power is shared among these. So central government has different power, the state government has different power, and also the local government is having a different power. So the power is shared among these three. Okay, the third point we have is federal division of power. So we have to understand what is this federal division of power. Federalism. Okay, so there are many countries where there are no provincial or state governments, but in those countries like ours, where there are different levels of government, the constitution clearly lays down the powers of different levels of government. That is what they did in Belgium, but was refused in Sri Lanka. This is called federal division of power. So you have to understand it. The third thing we have here is the power sharing among different social groups. So, sharing power between various religious and linguistic groups. So, the power is also shared among various religious and linguistic groups. Reserved constituencies in state assemblies and parliament of our country. That means we see there also the power is shared. So the third point we have here is community government is a good example of this. And the fourth point we have here is power sharing among different political parties, pressure groups and movements. It represents different ideologies and social groups. Coalition government is an example of it. Interest groups such as traders, businessmen, farmers, etc. influence the decision making. So today basically we have discussed about forms of power sharing and how it is said. So we have focused mainly on the 4 points. That is power sharing among different organs of government, power sharing among different levels of government, power sharing among different social groups, power sharing among different political parties, pressure groups and movements. I hope you have understood the concept. So for today, thank you and have a nice day.